What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be going over the top 100 best players in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. So, I can guarantee you I forgot a couple of players. And again, this is my list. If you disagree with that, that is completely fine. But this is my list. I've used every one of these guys at least for a little bit. There are certain cards that I'm higher on than other cards. And for example, I'm not going to put like 4 centers in the top 10 because there's a lot of brilliant centers in this game. For me, like how good they are compared to the second best player in their respective position also is going to be taken into account. How good they are compared to like others in their position. And I can again guarantee you that I've forgotten players. So, at number 100, we have got Spencer Dinwiddie Amethyst. So, Dinwiddie Amethyst is a 6'6" point guard. He plays a certain role really well. He shoots very well wide open. His release, he kind of hovers in the air, but it's greenable. It's slow, but it's greenable. Defensively, he can play the Penny Hardaway role on defense. He plays lanes, but if you're trying to use this guy on current gen, you can sometimes get away with these terrible defensive stats because of his speed makes up for it. On next gen, it doesn't. He's still got decent ball handle. He shoots the ball from kind of deep. He's a 6'6" point guard, but look, I think 100 is the right spot for him. At number 99, we have got Amethyst Dennis Rodman. So, Dennis Rodman is he can shoot wide open. Does not, like, you can give him sniper. He comes with silver limitless spot up, but let's be real. Who's really shooting from limitless range with Dennis Rodman? 89 3 ball. Moderately good speed. Good lateral quickness. A 57 steal. That is not great. He does have half rebound chaser. Like, he came on the 8th of October. He was pretty good the week he came out. Like, he came out early in Flash 2. He was actually not bad at all. But his jumper is set shot 17, which is really greenable. So slow. Like, you can very easily green with this release, especially with like the Kembe and Dennis Rodman, but it's so slow. He's not going to dribble the ball too well with that 66 ball handle. He's very undersized for playing center. He's even undersized compared to George Mikan. And yeah, rebound chase is good, but I mean, look, he does not have much else. Then we have got the guy that is one of the most underrated players that I despise coming up against. Ruby Kevin Huerter. So, why is Ruby Kevin Huerter so hard to play against? He's got Deadeye. He's got limitless spot up. He's got sniper. He's got catch and shoot. He's got blinders. He's got corner specialist. He can get quick first step if you need to give it to him. He's got no defense at all. But he's at 84 speed, 84 acceleration, 93 ball. And he has got Trae Young on quick with shifty dribble stop. And the Scottie Pippen behind the back. This is one of the hardest guys to guard. He just goes left, right, left, right, left, right. And then he's also got the normal leaner. So I've played against this guy. And yeah, most people using this guy suck. But I've played against really good players with this guy that just left, right, cheese with shifty bursts and then just shoot fadeaways. And then if they don't shoot a fadeaway, they get an inch of space. He has Trae Young based on quick, so he shoots like Trae Young. His guy is like worse defensive, but 6'7" Trae Young. If Kevin Huerter had 85 lateral quickness and 80 steal and came with gold clamps, this literally would just be budget clay. Like, I'm telling you, this is one of, if anything, for people saying that I'm putting him too high, if anything, I'm putting this card too low. Then at number 96, we have got Basketball John Stockton. 96 speed, 96 acceleration. His stats are pretty much perfect except for his dunking. He's got limitless spot up on gold. Like, his badges are crazy. He's got quick first step on gold. Half clamps. Half clamps does not matter on a 6'1" player. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Pickpocket is good though. But it's a really close one in my opinion. There's a few guys that are, the next guys I'm going to go, basically up to 92, it's really close. It is preference. John Wall's dribble style is terrible. Behind the back's alright, but his release is really quick. Basketball John's okay. especially because how cheap he is. I'll say it right now. He's okay. He's around like 10k. He's fine. He's perfectly fine as a card, but he does struggle a little bit. Then we got Kuzi. Why do I have Kuzi ahead of Stockton? So Kuzi moves way better, and Kuzi's got a 6'8" wingspan. CP3 release is way more beta than Stockton's release. Defensively, I don't know what it is about Kuzi. Even with his tendencies, they're not. He's only an 18 on-ball steal tendency. Kuzi plays solid defense. I think it must be his wingspan, but I just think it's, even though his badges are worse, I've played with both of them in game. Kuzi, even recently, I've played both of these in game. Kuzi feels slightly better, but honestly, there's nothing in it. There is nothing in it between these two guys and Kuzi. Then this guy is the best of them all. I kind of have to put him on the list, but it's CP3. Like, CP3's dribble style is basically quick. He's at the exact same release as Kuzi, same behind the back as Stockton. He got like silver limitless spot up and stuff, gold, whereas Stockton's a lot of half badges, but he does have half mismatch expert, which is huge, and he can create more. With Stockton, I found it, even though he had the best release of them all, I found it hardest to create with him, and I don't know why. I felt like Chris Paul played better defense than Stockton. I've used these guys, and coming up against Chris Paul is just tough. I don't know what it is with the steal animations. Maybe it's a 90 on-ball steal tendency, but he strips everything. He's one of the toughest players to play against. But at the same time, maybe you could argue that that he should be a little bit higher on the list, especially when I got this guy who's a position higher. And now, this is something I'm going to stand by. I think Jalen Suggs at number 93 is a correct spot for him. 88 speed, 88 acceleration. He's got 84 lateral quickness. Yes, he can't get clamps, but he comes with pick dodger, interceptor on silver, 6'4", decent wingspan, bronze, which is upgradable quick first step. He's got limitless spot up. He's got quick dribble style, which is even better than shifty. Base 108 on quick, which is a brilliant release. He's also got an 80 driving dunk and 86 ball handle. Like, I just think he does more on the court. He's taller. He dunks the ball better. His jumper is quicker. And he shoots the ball and he can create really well because of quick dribble style. I don't know. I think Suggs belongs on this list. I think Suggs is exceptional. Like, if this Jalen Suggs card was an 89 overall Ruby, people would be going crazy about him. But hey, look, tier means nothing. We know it with Jonathan Isaac, who's going to be very high on this list. Tier means nothing. I'm sticking with this. I'm happy with him in this tier, or at this rate. Then on number 92, we got Booker. We have got Devin Booker at number 92. So, Booker, 82 speed, 82 acceleration, 88 three-pointer. The difference is that, like, I personally prefer Herder, but I've been cooked by Booker more than I've been cooked by Herder. Base 4 on quick. Booker can't really dribble that well. There's just something about Booker. He just doesn't miss. Like, if anyone's ever played against Booker, you know. There are only a couple of players in this game that you know they're scoring every time they shoot the ball. Drazen Petrovic, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, obviously. I've seen Korver miss more than I've seen Booker miss. Booker doesn't even need to shoot from his hot zones. He doesn't need higher than 88.3. He just doesn't miss. It doesn't even need to be green. Every white goes in with this guy. His defense is terrible. Honestly, is Herder better than him? Probably. Even Herder's got limitless spot up over him. Herder can get defensive badges. Just something about Booker. There's just something about Booker. He's in here at 92. And at 91, this is a card that I loved and now I hate. Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin was in my team for ages. And then whatever 2K did to nerf fadeaways, I can't score with the guy. He's got good speed, good acceleration, good lateral quickness. He's got clamps on silver. His ball handle isn't great, but he shoots the ball at an absolute elite rate. He's got half sniper, half catch and shoot. He's got goal limitless spot up. He's got silver chef, silver circus threes. He's got hot zone hunter on gold with hot zones everywhere. Corner specialist on half. He doesn't miss, but there's something about his release. He feels like he double clutches every jump shot with that upper 71. I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, it feels worse on Mullin than anyone else. Like, base 22 is one of the better base in the game. It's just, I don't like it on Mullin for some reason. It feels so slow. It feels like his release isn't even on normal time. It feels like it's on slow. I don't know what it is. But should he be higher? Yes. He was out of my team early. Like, I got rid of him quite early this season. There were a lot of guys. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't get rid of him early. Maybe I just wanted to get rid of him early. But, like, he was out of my team. He was out of my team at a stage where you'd think maybe he shouldn't be out of my team. Like, I think pretty sure I replaced him with a Ruby at some stage. At one stage, like. But at number 90, speaking of rubies, we got Darius. So Darius Miles, he can do, like, he's 6'9", got an unbelievable player build. He's got most of the key shooting badges, no playmaking badge, which is a problem. And defensively, while he doesn't get clamps, he can play lanes well. His release is really good in Lopez base. Fundamental dribble style, not the greatest ball handle. Speed of ball, iffy. Miles is going to just play like a cone. He's going to hit shots. He's going to play decent defense. I think my one badges I would put at him, I put post spin ignition on him, but I put clamps. Actually, I put clamps on him as well on bronze. I would give him sniper, bullet probably, and rebound chaser, and play him at the 4. That's where he's best to be played. But he is still a long 6'9" shooter who can move. So he's good. And other guys, by the way, that I completely forgot to put on this list, like Rafael France was completely forgot about. So there are people, I just realized, I don't know why he came into my head, but like there are guys I completely forgot about. And then after Darius Miles, OG Anunoby. So OG, he's got 88 speed, 92 lateral, 88 3-pointer, 90 dunk, which are all pretty good. Half corner specialist, gold sniper, can't get limitless spot up, only comes with gold clamps. Like, in terms of badges that matter, none of them really do, because he only got 72 ball handle with slasher dribble style. He literally is just 3 and D. I mean, he's not bad at it. Like, base 76 is a pretty good release. His upper is kind of a bit iffy, but still. The guy is 3 and D. That's what he does. That is what OG Anunoby does in this game. Then we got Drew. Drew Holiday in here at number 88. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 83 3 ball, 94 lateral though. Like he's 60. Like he will play great defense. Gold clamps, he's got silver quick first step. His release is brilliant in base 29. He's not going to create. If you want to use Drew, put someone beside him that can play offense. And I honestly wouldn't ever use Drew because there's a Ruby card that's basically just better Drew in about 13 spots. That is way cheaper. The difference is that, like, if you are a big Drew Holiday fan, he's more than capable to be used. Then we have got Diamond Shaquille O'Neal. He's still dominant force. He can't shoot the ball. He is still a dominant inside presence, especially in the paint matching area. The problem is his stamina is like 18. Like, you run with this guy. Honestly, screw it. Shaq, get out of here. I'm putting in a guy that I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Sungjin Ha, or Ha Sungjin. You get in here instead. Shaq, you're not in the top 100. Number 87, Ha Sungjin. He is Shaq, even though he has less speed. He's got 92 stamina, and he's got an even bigger player build. Ha Sungjin, get in here at number 87. He's even a better paint masher. He's better than Shaq, and he actually doesn't get tired when you sprint for 17 seconds. At number 86 is a bit of a surprising one. It's Houston. Houston can't get limitless. Like, this card's not very good. I just want people to know that. Like, I think I'm gassing it by putting him this high. 85 speed. Not good lateral, not good steal. Yeah, he's got Ray Allen base with an 88 3-pointer. He's not going to miss, but, like, that's all he does. Like, I think I might be gassing and putting him ahead of Booker. I honestly think I might be gassing and putting him ahead of Kevin Huerter. Like, is he that much better than Kevin Huerter? I misspelled Huerter. Is he even that much better than him? Well, 280 total stats. Plus 3 in speed. Plus 1 in speed. Plus like 4 in these. Okay, defensively, he's a lot better than Huerter. Actually, you know what? Is he? Pass perception, help defensive IQ, perimeter defense kind of matters. Interior plus 9. So he's way better in the post than Kevin Huerter. And way better rebounder than Huerter. Hurdy's got a better dribble style. Badges wise, I mean, there's not that much of a difference in badges except a couple that don't necessarily matter except for slippery off ball or up the Hall of Fame. I mean, I think I might take Herder over him. I really do think I might take Herder over him with that quick release and shifty. But number 85, my goat, Bob Pettit. I mean, his ladder was 49. I don't know, like, this guy's not good on current gen, by the way. Like, but on next gen, this set shot 14 is one of the easiest releases to green in the game this year. His fundamental dribble style with a ball handle of 72. I don't know what it is. He also has like the Curry dribble sigs, by the way. He's got like the Curry between the legs and a decent behind the back. So like you could spam up and down the floor with him, but it's like, just because I'm good with him doesn't mean he's a good card. And that's kind of the thing with Pettit. Like, I'm really good with him, but he's just not very good. At number 84, we have got, he may be technically, like, I may prefer Herder to this guy, but Trae Young actually can stick a little bit of defense. He's like a way better Stockton. He's like Stockton, except he's got the Trae Young escape and has got the Curry, or sorry, he's got the Trae Young leaner. I love how they've called it the leaner instead of fadeaway. People got so confused about post fades. Because there was like, what was it? There was post fade and fade. People ended up calling it the leaner. That's hilarious. But he's got like goal in the spot of all the goal shooting badges. He's got all the playmaking, like all the key defensive badges. Look, there are people that there are really good players around that are just still Trae Young users, so he has to be somewhere. 83. Donovan Mitchell. People swear by this guy. Like 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 83 3 ball. He comes with, why do I think he came with silver limitless spot up? He comes with like silver clamps, all the silver defense badges. Goal quick first step, shifty dribble style. What used to be Pro 3 behind the back, but now got nerfed. He's 490 driving dunk, 93 speed of ball. I mean, offensively, he's still brilliant. Like, there's a reason why you still see some really good players running with this guy. It's just the problem is he's a 6'1" 2 guard. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Then, the dinosaur, Dino Raja. You might be saying, why is Dino Raja on this list? Does he not suck? I thought that too. And then I actually looked more into his stats and I used them and I was like, Dino sucks compared to last year. That is true. There is no denying that Dino Raja is not what he once was. Like, I don't think anyone would ever argue that Dino Raja has hit his heights, that he has hit the peak that he has set for himself. But he's at 83 speed for a big man. He's not that small. His wingspan, give or take, it's all right. Block of 79. He still gets a couple of blocks. He gets an 80 driving dunk. Good post hook and post fadeaway. He's got decent defensive badges. He's got bullet. He shoots the ball. Like, he's got a brilliant release in base 4. Is Dino going to be what he was in other years? Unless they buff his wingspan, no. I wouldn't be that surprised to see a retro Dino with a buffed wingspan. But, like, he was, he's good. Like, he is good. I'm surprised at how good he is. He's just super, super fast center. Like, he's similar speed to like a Dwight Howard, and I know he doesn't have the same inside presence as Dwight, but he can shoot the ball a little bit. Like, he's nice. He's actually surprisingly good. Then we've got a card that I hate, Jason Tatum. Maybe I have a personal vendetta against this guy because I bought him, put 5 Hall of Fame badges on him, and he sold for less than I bought him for. I think I might be the only person to ever put 5 Hall of Fame badges on a card and make a loss. And it wasn't even like he was down in price. Like, he'd only dropped like 50k, and those 5 extra Hall of Fame badges couldn't even make up 50k. His stats are fine. His badges are good. He's got sniper. He's just got set shot 34. Like, I'm not a believer that all set shots are bad, but this set shot is bad. He's a terrible dribble 6, base dribble style. Only go quick first step. I hate Tatum. I hate him so much. Like, he's one of my least favorite cards in this game. I mean, at least they buffed his wingspan. They gave him a longer wingspan than his other card, but like, I just hate Tatum. There's no other way to describe it. Like, why could they not just give him 107 like last year? Should have just given him 107. Then number 80, Ron Boone. The very first TT offline award. 6'2", 6'3" wingspan. His stats are really solid. He comes with gold clamps. He's got shifty or quick. He's got quick dribble style. Paul George base. Scotty behind the back, which is like Pro 3. He's got quick first step on gold as well. He's basically, what's his name? He's basically Ja Morant, except he's a better defender and a worse dunker. That's basically what you're getting with Ramboon. You're getting a very similar player to a Ja Morant. Then we got Granger. Like, Granger might be a little bit low, honestly, because Granger is a 6'9" 2 guard. Like, he's a 6'9" small forward. Why did I think he was a 2 guard last year? That's why I thought he was 2 guard. But 91 3 ball. His stats are solid. Like, he's got a brilliant base 29. He can get most defensive badges. He comes with a lot of good badges in general. He comes with upgradable limitless as well. Like, not a great steal or block. But he's just a more than solid small forward that you guys can use in game. And honestly, he's not even that expensive. Like, I'm pretty sure a Colossal set, unless there's a gatekeeper somewhere, comes in at less than like 200k. Like, I mean, like, obviously he's not worth 200k, but I mean, if you really want Danny Granger, he's not that bad. Then we got Mashburn. He's a little bit more well-rounded than Granger. He doesn't shoot the ball as well, but I think you can see from his stats here, he's a little bit more well-rounded, and he can get like limitless spot up. Base 1 is a release that if you do give him like space, he'll green most times. You can give him, again, you can give him pretty much all the shooting badges, all the defense badges, and he's a pink diamond, so he can get more badges than Granger. But I just think he's slightly better. He doesn't have the same height, doesn't have the same wingspan, but he's just a little bit more well-rounded. There's not much in it, but it's a tiny bit. Then we got a player who this version of D-Rose isn't the best, but I mean, I think we're going to get a god tier version of D-Rose next season. Like, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 77 3 ball that people actually can hit with. Half quick for step, half downhill. Problem is, he's got like 70 defensive stats. But the problem is, or the thing is, he got the D-Rose left, right. I don't know whether it's the signature size or signature combo, but if you've ever used Derrick Rose, like, if you want to know what I mean, try just using quick shifty left, right bursts with this Derrick Rose right here. Even the Ruby Derrick Rose is scary good for that, and this Derrick Rose is an updated version of that. Some of the best SIGs in the game, one of the best, the player that restarted the rim run meta, just non-existent on defense. Like, absolutely non-existent on defense. Then, this is a weird one, because this guy is like, he's a cone point guard, and it's Eric Snow. So Eric Snow is basically, in my opinion, a just better version of Drew Holiday. 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 lateral, 88 steal. Interior is not great though, but he comes with like silver limitless spot up. He gets gold clamps, gold hustler, gold pick dodger. He gets a 93 3 ball, base 28, one of the easiest releases in the game to green in my opinion. And yeah, I just think overall he is a brilliant, brilliant player. I don't think there are many flaws with this card. He can kind of do everything except dunk. He's got base dribble style, but he's got fundamental dribble style, which is fine for a point guard. He can't really attack the basket though. I do like to attack the mid-range. I use him quite a lot. He's my main man in my draft team at the minute, and I've used him a lot attacking the basket. But overall, leaves a little bit to be desired in offense. But there's a reason why, again, I used him in my squad for quite a while in my road to Peyton. Like, he's really good. Then we've got Paul Millsap. Outside, like, if this speed rating said 81 instead of 79, which, again, they're basically the same thing, everyone will be talking about how good this card is. Steal's a little bit low, but he's got good perimeter defense, great interior defense, a good 3 ball, a good release, fundamental dribble style, 83 ball handle, silver quick first step, pretty much all the key defensive badges, and a lot of the key shooting badges, with some nice post game and a wide player build, and a nice height, nice wingspan, especially for a small forward. Paul Millsap, he is a Mr. Consistency type player. He does everything well, nothing spectacular. There are better players than Millsap, though, to do that exact same thing, and one of them is Gus Gerard. So Gus Gerard, that little bit faster, that little bit better steal, while he's worse block, and he actually does have worse badges than Millsap, he's just that little bit better. Base 17 is a lot easier to green than Millsap's. Fundamental dribble style is not bad at all. And while he's got an 81 3-pointer, it's very easy to green base 17. Gus is a really, really good player. Then, after Gus Gerard, we are going to go with Pink Diamond, Glenn Robinson. So Glenn versus Gus is a weird one. Gus feels like he has a better player build. Glenn shoots the ball a little bit better. Well, base 29, it's a little bit quicker. Gus, they felt like different players. Weird, like badges-wise and stats-wise. Badges-wise, Glenn's way better. Stats-wise, I think Gus is that little bit better. Order very even. But playing with them in-game, it is literally preference. Like Gus, there are days where I'd say, you know what, Gus felt better. And then, because obviously there was only a one who ever really would have made my squad. There were days where I felt, you know what, I'm actually kind of happy that I didn't get Glenn Robinson because Gus is, or I don't really care that I didn't get Glenn Robinson because Gus is better. Other days I was like, oh, I really wish I had Glenn. But both of those guys are really, really good players. They're jack of all trades, masters and non-players, and they're very, very similar level. Whatever with the stats and badges in game, they play very similar. Then we got Elgin Baylor next. So Elgin Baylor, good release in Brook Lopez. He's actually pretty fast, especially that's mainly going to be used for defense because he doesn't have the greatest dribble style. Decent 3-ball. His post game is surprisingly good for a 2-guard. His defense is mediocre. He's again a player at the 2 that just kind of does everything. He's kind of like a modern day version of like Amethyst Dr. J. He'll do everything, but he's not going to be spectacular. Then at 71, we got Jimmy Buckets. His release makes that 3 feel higher than 81. Defensively, he gets pretty much everything on gold. Half hustler, he's half downhill, which is alright to have. Half pro touch, half slithery, good lateral, good steal. He's good. He's a 3-and-D cone. There's no other real way to describe him. He's just a 3-and-D cone. Then we have got Robert Covington, who I actually just think Covington's better. I think Evo Covington is better. Like, Evo Covington gets all the defense badges in gold. Covington just gets ridiculous defensive animations. 86 speed, 80 drive dunk. Really solid defensive stats. Release that I'm okay with. I don't love it, don't hate it. And post spin technician, which is... You guys know how much I love that badge. 6'7", 7'2" wingspan. He's really freaking good, lads. Rocco is really good. And then... we have got... Sadiq Bey. I know people are going to say, well, not people. There is a person watching this video right now that is going to complain that Rocco is better than Sadiq Bey. I mean, their stats-wise, they're, like, Sadiq Bey is better. You could argue Rocco's got a better player build, true, but, like, Sadiq Bey doesn't miss. Sadiq Bey is, you guys, again, have seen me with Sadiq Bey. Quick first step. This guy, he does nothing wrong. You can use Sadiq Bey at any level in this game and he's going to be fine. Like, Sadiq Bey is basically just, in-game, better Glenn Robinson. That's the way he feels. He's so good. So good. Then I have to put this player somewhere. I don't know how I feel about him. Oh, this is Porzingis. Like, I don't really know how I feel. He's 7'3" and can shoot. Like, you might say, oh, he doesn't... whatever, he only has, like, he doesn't have hot zones for some of the spots. His release time is on normal and stuff. He doesn't really get any, he doesn't really get many defensive badges. The problem is he's 7'3". Like, it's hard, though, because, again, he gets no rebound chaser, but he's still 7'3". He'll still get boards. He'll still get blocks because he's 7'3". And he'll hit jumpers. Like, I don't know. I think I might be high on him. I think I might be too high on him, putting him at 67, but this is where he's going. Then we're putting Will Chamberlain. We're putting Will Chamberlain at 66. Like, this, he's either the best or second best paint masher in the game. 8-foot wingspan is the only reason he's this high, because like his stats actually kind of suck at this stage in the game. Like, obviously he can't shoot. Like 75 speed, like that's what's that, minus 13 on Dino or something? Or no, Dino's like 83. It's minus 10 on Dino. His block is only 78. His lateral is only 45. Post game, it is what it is, but because he's got no mid range, he can't really fade away. Badges wise, he's lacking a little bit with only 27 total badges. But at the same time, I mean, Wilt is 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan. And then this guy I'm putting ahead of Wilt. Very, very slightly. Very, very slightly, DeAndre Ayton. So, Ayton's player build, in my opinion, it's broader than Wilt's. So offensively, I think he's better than Wilt. Defensively, Wilt's better. But he's got like plus 30 lateral quickness. He's got better speed. He can shoot corner threes, especially if you give him catch and shoot. You can give him catch and shoot and stuff. You can give him some shooting badges. He can shoot corner threes. Post game, not quite as good. And even though he has the defense badge of Hoff Intimidator, his defense is not quite as good. So, like, he's way, way better on offense than Wilt. And a bit worse on defense. Like, it's preference. I'm just putting DeAndre Ayton ahead of him in here at number 65. At number 64. Now, this is a controversial one. I'm going to put Larry Bird. So Larry Bird, his shooting is exceptional. And for me, when I've used Larry, even recently, his defense has been exceptional. He's at that 87 lateral quickness. While his steal rating isn't the greatest, he can get some badges. When I've used the Larry Bird with Gold Interceptor, Gold Pickpocket, and with that Hustler badge, he plays lines. Like, that Hustler badge is kind of important for steals. 67 blocks, not great. He is like a stretch four. He is. That's what he is. Larry Bird's release is one of the easiest ones to green. I might be a bit high on Larry. I might, like, looking back on this, I might be a bit high on Larry, but I'm going to put him at 64. At 63, we have got Bam Adebayo. Bam has got decent speed. He's actually a surprisingly decent ball handler. Quick first step on Gold. Intimidator on Hoff. Clamps on Silver. The problem is he got a 49 steal, so no matter what he does on defense, and a 72 block. Like, the funny thing is, this card came out, like 3 days after he got 6 steals in a game. They give him 49 steal. He's got base 62, which is one of my favorite releases in the game. I think it's like the second biggest green window after Bill Laimbeer. And then obviously Bill Laimbeer's really sucks, so it kind of has to have the biggest green window. And he's got a 73 3 ball. Like, he can hit the 3, he can hit the mid. But just overall, especially because he's not the cheapest card in the world, I'm not that high on Bam Adebayo, but 63 I think is fair. Then we got Jordan Poole. This guy's fun. 88 speed, 88 three-pointer. He's got good height, decent wingspan, decent driving dunk, 85 lateral. No defensive badges, but you can give him quite a few of them. He's just fun to use on offense. Like, honestly, in reality, is he just Jalen Suggs 2.0? Probably. I can't get Limitless. He's got quick dribble style, great behind the back. Ben McLemore on quick, which is such a good release. Like, is he just Jalen Suggs 2.0? Maybe. But I like using him. So I'm going to put him at 62. At 61, this guy is a beast. Tyrese Maxey. 90 speed, 85 3 ball. He has got base 84, which is really good, which is quickly release. He's got quick dribble style, Scotty behind the back. He's got 88 lateral quickness with gold clamps. This card is brilliant. This card is brilliant. People don't realize how good this card is. He does everything on the floor. There are no real flaws to him except that he's 6'2". Tyrese Maxey was 6'4", I'm telling you lads, Tyrese Maxey would be in a lot of people's squads. He might even be in my squad right now. Like, this Tyrese Maxey is so good that if that real life list where they put Tyrese Maxey over Jason Tatum and 18 spots out of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and over Trae Young was a 2K list, it would make sense. So then we have got Vus. As far as centers go, I mean, he's not a bad player. Like, his speed is similar. His speed is the same as Wilt's. Obviously, I'm not comparing him to Wilt speed-wise. And his lateral is obviously plus 20 of Wilt. And definitely not the defender Wilt is. But he blocks shots relatively well. He's got Hoff Sniper, Hoff Set Shooter, or especially Hoff Catch and Shoot. He does not ever miss corner threes. Heck, he barely ever misses. Like, the only reason he will miss is if someone contests him, because set shot 18 is a little bit on the slow side. But it's a very greenable release. I don't like the upper, though. I don't like the Vucevic upper. That is one of the things that kills the release for me. Like, I like it on Hakeem. I don't even mind the Gasol upper. But his speed's alright. Like, he's really good, and his post game is really, really nice. So, yeah, Vucevic belongs on this list at number 60. At number 59, we got Jason Terry. And get the unmasked one. If you guys don't know, the masked one has an 80 on-ball steal. The unmasked one has a 96 on-ball steal tendency. I just get the unmasked one has actually got better tendencies than the masked one. I get it, you can't get blindies, but still, I'd rather have better tendos and cheaper than... Actually, the masked one might be cheaper now because of packs. But he's got 87 lateral. He can get basically every defensive badge. And he has basically every other badge for the other categories. He will dunk when he's wide open on a fast break if he has full stamina. Otherwise, he's not going to dunk. 93 3 ball. He's got quick dribble style. His other moves are not the greatest, but he can still quick and shifty burst into wide open three-pointers with all the shooting badges you need and base 22. Jet Terry is a very, very solid card. Then after that, we got Ben Wallace. He plays defense. Doesn't play offense. But I mean, he's better Bobby Jones, I guess. He's better, like he's Bobby Jones, but he can play center instead of power forward. That's basically it. He's one of the best centers, best defense centers in the game. And he dunks. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's what he does. And we have got LeBron James Diamond card. Now, this card is my, like, one of my most overrated cards in the game this year. Like, I don't rate him at all. Like, I'm putting him here at 57. I know some people still swear by this card. He's got an 85 driving dunk, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 85 lateral quickness. His ball handle's only 79. He does a half kneel thread or half dimer and half bailout. Half bailout doesn't matter. Literally, just get bronze. Put it on bronze. It does the same thing. He's got Chase Dinars in the Hall of Fame. That's not a bad badge to have. But in terms of shooting, he can hit wide open. His dribble style is I don't know if it's his dribble style or if it's like there's a thing he does. But if you try to ever like trigger a burst, as in like going into a crossover into a burst, he will just stand there. He will just plant his feet on the ground, do a standing crossover, and he will lose any bit of momentum. I don't know what it is with LeBron. He just moves so good on defense. He was so badly on offense. And look, I'm just not a fan. And like I don't use my defense to get offense. If you use your defense to create offense and run the break, LeBron's great. If you rely on a half-court offense, LeBron sucks. Then we got Purvis. And I have forgot Vince Carter. Vince would be a little bit higher. I don't know exactly where I would put Vince Carter in. But Vince is just better, Purvis short. So let's just put him here. I've completely forgot Vince, but Vince would be higher. So if you're looking, obviously passing accuracy and stuff, rebounding, block, they're both bad at it. Better, in fairness, better. No. Purvis is Vince without the dunk. Purvis is Vince without the dunk. That is the big thing. It's like they both, in terms of animations, they both have quite similar dribble styles. Both of them aren't good. Both of them have Vince Carter release as well. Their jumper's the same. And Purvis is a little bit taller. So, Purvis or Vince, both good cards. Both good shooters. Can play a little bit of defense if needed. I think Purvis actually comes with better defensive badges. I think Vince comes with better offensive badges. But, yeah. So, after Purvis short, we are going to put in... Like, Vince will be a few spots higher. I will say that. Vince will be a few spots higher. We have got Dwight Howard. Right here. 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 82 lateral, 95 driving dunk. He has got Intimidator, Pogo Stick, Post Move Lockdown, Rebound Chaser. Problem is, again, obviously no shooting badges. He's like way better Ben Wallace. Like, he's like 6'11" Ben Wallace. 85 speed, again, great block rating, great dunking on people. He'll spin people. He'll run the floor well. But, I mean, there are guys that are just better than him in the game. Then we got Richard Jefferson. Jefferson's stats overall are solid. Like, he gets base dribble style. His release isn't even that bad. 91 speed, or 91 three-pointer, 93 speed, 93 acceleration, good defense, great driving dunk. 86 ball handle, or speed of ball. He's got gold clamps, gold hustler, gold interceptor. He has got Hoff snipers. I just want to see one thing. How much different? Because if you guys don't remember, in January of 2K20, every single person, pretty much, well, every single person. But yeah, at the end of January 2020, everyone was using this Richard Jefferson. I just want to see how much worse this Jefferson is than this one. So 94 lateral. Okay, there were 17 Hall of Fame badges in this one. Half quick draw. He had gold range extender. Half quick first step. Half clamps. Okay, I will say that. Like, I was like, are these Jeffersons comparable? No. Most definitely not. Stats-wise, they kind of are. Stats-wise, they're somewhat comparable. Like, but overall, dear Lord, there's no comparison. There is no comparison at all. So, at least you don't have to worry that cards we're getting in November are better than cards in January 2020, because that's just simply not the case. Then, after that, we got one of my favorite cards, ML Carr. They gave him Scotty behind the back. He gets, like... He just doesn't ever seem to be blocked on dunks. quick dribble or quick timing on base 75, which is Brandon Ingram. As far as I'm aware, he's like related to Brandon Ingram, so 2K just made him Brandon Ingram. 95 lateral, 95 steal, half pickpocket. He still guards ball for me in my starting lineup. He can't get any shooting badges, but because of that release, he still can't green. Am I gassing him? Probably. I just really like MLK. Like, I was such a big fan of him when he first came out. I still use the guy to this day. Is it a comfortability thing? Probably, but I still rate him highly. Then we've got Rubio. So, Ricky Rubio, slasher dribble style is a bit of a problem. That release is nice, though. Base 17 is nice. Not a great behind the back. He's got 93 3 ball, though. 94 speed, 94 starters, 91 lateral quickness. He's got limited spot up on silver, but he's got like half chef, half catch and shoot. He's like a quite a bit better version of Eric Snow. He's like a 6 Hall of Fame badge Eric Snow. And he's one of the cheapest pink diamonds in the game. Rubio's solid. Rubio's really, really solid at this stage. Then we got pink diamond and Embiid. I don't really like this guy. Like 71 speed, 71 acceleration. It's alright. 3-pointers, it's alright. Defense, meh. Decent interior, no perimeter. Like, Embiid was way too hyped up when he came out. And I might have been the biggest proponent of it, but I might have been one of the bigger people hyping up, but man, I was wrong with him. Then at 50. Now, this might be one that people get really pissed off at. Amethyst Kawhi Leonard at number 50. Does he have the stats? Not really. Does he have the badges? Not really. What does he do? He still plays really good defense. Kawhi Leonard has his own defensive stance. He gets some great animations. He still plays great defense. And for me, that Ray Allen base alone, like, he's got bronze post-spin ignition. Like, if you're comparing him to like a Rocco, I think Kawhi gets better defensive animations, and I think Kawhi shoots better. I just think Kawhi's better. Like, I just think in-game Kawhi is the better version of Rocco. And Kawhi's cheap now. Like, if Kawhi was still super expensive, like, I'd get whoever's cheaper, but still, I think he's good. I think to this day, he's really good. Then we have got at number 49, DeJounte. DeJounte, the difference between the two DeJountes, this one has bronze floor general, and this one is half floor general. And then this one has like better passing stats, and this one has worse passing stats. So like, I think passing vision is like in the 90s as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So he gets like 96 passing vision, 96 passing IQ, and this one gets 85, 82. I think that's the only difference. DeJounte, though, is a 6'4", really good defending point guard, who has got a solid 3-pointer. He's not the greatest dribbler, but he's a good dunker. His defense is spectacular, and if he's wide open, he'll hit shots with quick first step and stuff. So I think with that length, he's really good. He's really, really good. Then at number 48, whereas we got DeJounte, who's all defense. We got Pistol Pete Maravich, who's all offense. So Pistol Pete's got shifty, Ray Allen base. I've just never struggled guarding him. Like, he's got a 93 3 ball, 89 speed, only 80 lateral quickness. His defense is a bit lacking because I don't know what it is. I don't like Pistol Pete. A lot of people do like him. A lot of people like Pistol Pete. And maybe it's just because every time I've played against Pistol Pete, it's been from a bad player. And then when I used Pistol Pete the one time, I didn't really like him too much. But again, like, I've only used the guy once. Did not like him, and I've played against him a lot, and he's been quite poor. Was he the best pay matching point guard for a time? Yes, but I mean, like, Penny exists right now, and there are a lot of really good point guards. So yeah, he's gonna go in here at 48. At 47, we got Moses Malone. He's Dwight Howard, except he can kind of shoot. He can get every badge in the game, so you can give him some more shooting badges. He's actually got a great upper 8, but I mean, set shot 1 is set shot 1. That's literally it. He is Dwight Howard, but I'm not even going to say he can really shoot, but he can kind of shoot. That's what you are getting with Moses Malone. Then at number 46, we've got Rip Hamilton. Mass, don't mass, really doesn't matter. He's a cone. Great shooter. He's like a better version of Chris Mullin. He's like Chris Mullin, except he shoots better. He can't dribble. He's just 3 and D cone. You could have put him 30 spots down the list, and I wouldn't have even noticed. I could have put him there. Like in my initial draft, I had him at like 70. Because like he literally catches and shoots. That's what he does. That's all he does on the floor. He catches and shoots. And then we got a guy who does more than him, and it's Drazen Petrovic. So Drazen Petrovic, 88 speed, 87 acceleration, 97 3 ball. The difference is half a limitless spot up. The guy shoots. I'm not even kidding. You guys can see like the hot zone, the top right corner screen. He will shoot from further than that in green. He will literally green from the logo consistently. He comes with gold clamps as well. And he's got 35, which turns out to be one of the easiest releases in the game. Base dribble style is not great, but I mean, it's better than power. He's getting all right behind the back. I'm telling you, lads, against bad opponents. Like, when I played against like, Drazen Petrovic dropped like 20 and a quarter in one of my games. When I was going for Peyton in that last run. He did struggle. Against good opponents, he really did struggle to score. But I mean, Drazen to the freaking moon with this 4-point line as well. Drazen to the moon. Then, after Drazen Petrovic, we're going to go Pink Diamond Kemp. Man, we are still on we're through 45 minutes. We're only through 55 of these. Pink Diamond Kemp, fast twitch, limitless takeoff, 87 speed, 87 acceleration, like a legit point center with 83 ball handle. Got half downhill as well. Go quick for his step. His dribble style is fundamental, and he gets the Kobe Bryant escape, which again is not the greatest, but it's still not terrible. His release is iffy. But I mean, he is a point center, and he's like one of the first like legit point centers. Really solid. Then we've got Amethyst Harden. And not this Amethyst Harden. This Amethyst Harden, the glitch one. Like 86 speed is not the greatest. He's got really good defense, surprisingly enough. He actually defends really well. He gets good animations. 87 3 ball. He gets the Harden shuffle, the Harden escape. Harden release on normal dribble style James Harden, which is just fundamental. He's solid. He's really, really solid. Like he's my main ball handler off the bench still to this day. Then we got Bernard King. Bernard King does everything well. I'm not even kidding. He does everything well. The only reason Bernard King is this low is he's a collection reward, and I hate overhyping collection rewards. But base 5 is a brilliant release. His upper is upper 4, which again is a bit iffy, but still not bad. Base dribble style is not the greatest. Should he realistically be 10 spots higher? Maybe. But this is my list. Then one spot higher than him is Gerald Wallace. So the thing with Gerald Wallace is I've struggled against Gerald Wallace more than I've struggled against Bernard King. I've played against Gerald Wallace a lot more, but I've played against both of them quite a little bit. And Gerald Wallace is always a little more of a struggle. A really good defender. His jumper's just, I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's just base 4, seems nice. He's a 3-and-D lockdown. But again, he's got like half intimidator, half off pass, half pick dodger. If he gets on ball, he will not get hit by a freaking screen ever. Like, he's tough. Then, 40. This is 40. Nate Thurmond. So you can give this Nate Thurmond all the shooting badges. Probably doesn't really need them. He's not going to shoot anyway. He can hit wide open from the corners if needed because he's got that Drazen base. Although he does have a weird upper. He's a Sleepy Floyd upper. Great speed. He's got decent height of 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, great defense badges. For me, he's just Dwight Howard with quick first step and just better. He's just better Dwight Howard. He does very similar things to Dwight, and he's a good mid-range shooter. His release is like quick at least. So then we have got at number 39, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas still is not bad. Like, yeah, he's cheap now. He's like 20-ish K. But he's got a good three-pointer, a really good release, quick dribble style. He's also got like limitless takeoff, posterizer, can play defense, great playmaking badges, great lateral quickness. He's just that little bit small, 6'1", and kind of gets abused. But he was the best point guard in the game for quite a while. Honestly, up until 10 days ago, you could argue that this card was the best point guard in the game. I probably would have still said Peyton, but you could have argued it up to 10 days ago. Then at number 38, the Dikembe Mutombo. Another card, one of the best centers in the game when he came out. Like, this card was so much of a... Like, the fact that we got a card like this 1 week after launch. We got 1 week after launch before we got a card like this. Like, this card was like kind of the beginning of the end. 2K have actually done a really good job with balance at this stage. There's not like one card that's crazy good, but there's just so many cards that are crazy good. But Dikembe was a giant three-point shooter that's still more than usable today in the post mashing meta. His release of S-Shot 17 is slow, but it's green. I mean, Dikembe's good. Then we got Josh Smith. Oh, Bingo Smith. Bingo Smith would definitely be an honorable mention for this list, though. But Josh Smith, 84 speed, 84 acceleration. Just these defense stats are insane. He can't get rebound chaser, but he gets like interceptor, clamps, pogo stick, gold hustler. His jumper 74. Pretty much everyone can agree with him at this stage. Like, he was really good when he came out at the start of October, and he's still a really, really good player. Brilliant, brilliant defender. And then a card that I actually think I prefer Josh Smith to, but I know most people don't. It's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, 6'10", 72 wingspan. His defense is a little bit lacking, 63 steal. He hits wide open, though. I really like this release. He hits wide open. He's got good shooting badges. His rebounding is terrible. It's absolutely terrible for a big. You want to run a power forward, that's fine. You want to run a center, I mean, that's fine, but I just don't rate him that much at this stage anymore. Then at number 35, we got Chris Webber. Chris Webber, another one of these limited edition insert players. 82 speed, 82 acceleration, 78 lateral. Again, not the greatest, but he's got an 83 ball. A release that it will take you a couple of shots to get used to it, but once you do, you're fine. He's got a post spin, so if you want to use post game, you can. Post playmaker is good as well. He's got hustler, rebound chaser. Like a really solid card, especially because he's gone down in price quite a bit. He's fine here at 35. At 34, it's Zach LaVine as a primary ball handler at the 2. Because you can give him, you get silver limitless spot or bronze limitless spot up. You can't really give him defensive badges. His defense sucks, but he's got decent speed. He's got his quick dribble style. He's got all of his own animations and his own release. Like LaVine with his own dunk packages. LaVine is still really, really good as a primary ball handler. You upgrade his quick first step and you hide him on defense. And this is a really good card. Like, I've seen a lot of brilliant players to this day still use Zach LaVine. And he 100% belongs. Then at 33, we got Mikal Bridges. So Huff Interceptor might be up there with the most overpowered badges in the game this year. He just plagues lanes like it's nothing. He will just, you throw the ball near him, it's a steal. 93 lateral, 94 steal. His ball handling and stuff, like his offensive game, he hits wide open threes and he runs around in circles and dunks. He's not going to have the most polished offensive game, but I mean, his defensive game is absolutely incredible. Similar build like Kawhi Leonard. Can guard ball if needed. And yeah, I think he belongs right here in number 33. Number 32, we got Paul Silas. Another half interceptor player. He offers a little bit more on offense, in my opinion, than Bridges. The difference is that he's got the Scotty behind the back with shifty dribble style. Like, you're not going to be recreating, but he actually can burst to the basket really well with go quick first step. Like, Paul Silas, like, I've played against people running their offense like by like quick and shifty bursting on Paul Silas, and he's actually pretty good at it. He gets that Draymond release. He can get, you give him a few shooting badges, he's not going to miss that many with 77 3 ball with that Draymond release. I'm telling you, he's up there with the best players. He's up there. He could honestly be higher. Like 32 might be a low spot for him. We're gonna put Grant Hill in here at 31. Can still guard ball really, really well. 93 lateral, 95 driving dunk, 83 3 ball, a really good release. The only problem is, again, base dribble style, but base is better than Slasher. Still gets go quick first step, goal clamp, some nice finishing badges on Hall of Fame. And yeah, a really, really good player. And number 30. Lads, there are players that you don't think they're that good. They don't look that good in stats wise, and you play against them or you play with them and you're like, how? This card's just God. I have played against guys with Peyton and using some of the best players in the game, and then they bring this guy off the bench and I can't stop him. We have got the 9'7" Wang Zhiji. Or Zhiji Wang. He is massive. Like, you do not understand, lads. Wang is huge. I don't care that it says he is 7 foot. It is the exact same thing with Ha Sung Jin. I don't know what they've done to his player build, but he's about 8 foot tall. Like, I have used big centers. Like, I've gone up against Sabonis. Wang is as big as Sabonis. He is huge. I don't know what it is. He also has lefty base 28 with Rafe LaFrance. He's like literally LaFrance jumper, one of the best jumpers in the game. Fundamental dribble style with silver quick first step. He has 72 speed, 72 acceleration. It's not terrible for center. 70 lateral quickness. Good interior badges. Silver limitless spot up. Gold sniper. 89 3 ball. And you guys all might be saying, oh yeah, he's okay. Only 20 goals and 8 silvers. He's okay. This guy is so freaking good. Like, I don't understand how. I don't understand how. I have faced, like, every single game I have lost in the past 2.5 weeks in my team has been against Wang. It's been against Wang. Every game I've lost in either of TTO, in TTO or Unlimited in the past 2 weeks, has been against this guy. And I did go about a week. I did go a week pretty much unbeaten in both of those game modes. But, like, I don't get it. His stats aren't that good. Like, I was high on this guy. But if you would have asked me the day he came out where I would have put him, I would have said somewhere around 60. But no. No. He's in at 30. And it's not even that I've used him. I've used Mike and I used Kevin Garnett. He has murdered my Kevin Garnett. He gets every rebound. I don't know why he's so good. And I can guarantee you there are people in my chat that are saying the same thing. Or people in the comment section saying the same thing. I don't know why he's so good, but he is, so he's 30. 29, we got Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown, half catch and shoot. He's got like silver limitless spot up. So that's not a bad badge as well. 89 speed, really good lateral, good defense. He's got a slasher dribble style, which is not ideal. Really good jumper though in pace 75. I wish he was on quick. And not the greatest behind the back. So he's just a really good 3. He's just kind of like a 3 and D cone with a bit extra who can go to the basket quite well. Then at number 28, we got Pink Diamond Steph. Any of the Pink Diamond Stephs, they all do the same thing. Basically, do you want half chef or do you want mismatch expert and quick chain? That's the question. Their stats are basically the same. But Steph shoots. Steph dribble style is kind of like shifty this year. It was awful last year. He's got quick Steph Curry release on quick. He's got the Steph Curry fade. He's tough to stop. He also plays no defense, so you gotta know what you're getting yourself into with Steph. So he's in here at number 28. Sorry. Then we got Eddie Jones at number 27. Eddie Jones, half interceptor, every 39 goals. Every goal badge you need. Yeah, he's got slasher dribble style. That's like if he had quick or shifty, this guy would be top 5. Actually, that's ghastly. He'd be top 15 if he had quick or shifty, but he doesn't, so he's not. 94 lateral quickness, 95 steal, 91 on-ball steal tendency as well. He gets really good defense animations. He's got gold sniper. He's got 93 ball, 87 mid, great driving dunk as well. So, like, I'm telling you, with those OP badges, Eddie Jones really is incredible. Then we've got 75th anniversary Clyde Drexler. Not normal Clyde. 75th anniversary one. Like, you go and give this guy a limitless spot up because he's got a good 3 ball, great speed and acceleration, great lateral quickness. He's basically Vince, except base 5, in my opinion, is like the best release in the game. Like, he has one of the easiest releases to green in the entire game, in my opinion. He's a good defender, a little bit better defensively than Vince. 88 steal is really good as well. He's got a 98 driving dunk. Obviously he's Clyde Drexler, so he gets his own dunk packages. I don't know if they're good or bad. Harden behind the back, I like. And like base dribble styles, it is what it is. He's a really, really good cone. He can dunk the ball well. And just an overall great player. So I have him in at 26. Number 25, we got John Wall. John Wall, like, this is a love it or hate him card. Like, base dribble style, like the half quick first step doesn't make up for that. He does get half sniper, half stop and pop. He gets silver limit or bronze limitless spot up. His defense is really good. His tendencies are really nice on defense to help him play there. It's just, again, quicker shifty bursting is very important in my opinion. And overall, John Wall is a really, really good card because, again, he's glitched so we can get every badge in the game. I just think there are better point guards in the game. And now, the controversial opinion. Marcus Smart at number 24. He's got quick shifty. He's got quick. And I know his ball handle isn't great, but he has unpluckable, and you don't need ball handling to quick burst. And his release is so good. His release is so good. He shoots from everywhere. Marcus Smart, like, I genuinely was considering putting Marcus Smart in above Gary Payton for 250. Like, that is how high I rate Marcus Smart. The #1 seed overall, I'm pretty sure on PlayStation, RCA, runs Marcus Smart. Although he does have a juiced up Marcus Smart, he still runs Marcus Smart in his team. So, I personally prefer Smart to Wall. Most of you guys probably prefer Wall to Smart, but it is what it is. It's my list. Then we got Arvydas Sabonis. He's just big. If you play a slow tempo of MyTEAM, he's the best big in the game. If you play fast, he's terrible. If you play slow, like the likes of RCA and Grussi were using this guy. Anyone who plays a slow style of MyTEAM, this is the best center in the game. Like, he's 7'3", rebounds the ball well, he passes the ball well, has dimer and bullet on Hall of Fame, a pretty decent release in set shot 8, will hit from the corners and will just paint match people. Like, what else do you need from a center? Unless you need yourself, like, well, if you're playing slow, what else do you need? Obviously, if you want to play fast, he sucks. But yeah, that's where he's going. Then after Arvydas Sabonis, we are on to number 22, and it is Sean Marion. One of the best defensive players in the game, a guy that a lot of good players use. Perfect pretty much on defense. His release, I don't mind this base. I really don't. The Kelly Oubre base. His upper, I mean, you can get used to it. He hits pretty much every white as well. Even without sniper, it's weird. He's got half rebound chaser, half intimidator, half interceptor. Defensively perfect. And Sean Marion, like, if you can get him cheap because of those limited edition packs, this is a brilliant, brilliant player to have in your team. And who would have ever thought people would run a Sean Marion qualifier for 250? But that's the world we live in. And now, Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac. Number 21, Jonathan Isaac. 84-3, 83 speed, 84 acceleration, 87 lateral. Are his stats as good as Sean Marion? No, but he's got base 70 on quick, which is one of the easiest releases of the time, especially on current gen. 6'11", 7'2 wingspan, fundamental dribble style, good ball handle, every defensive badge except for rebound chaser on goal, but you can give him rebound chaser. Shooting wise, yeah, he doesn't get the likes of sniper and stuff, but he greens better than most players do. Jonathan Isaac, I personally think he's worth his place. Like, at 21, I think that's a fair spot for him. I think that is a fair spot for Jonathan Isaac. I really do. At number 20, we got Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol is still good, man. 76 speed, 76 acceleration, 93 ball, 81 laterals where you get an 80 steal. Like, at one stage, I was like, you know what, he could be better than D-Rob on next gen. I mean, I don't think I'll say it on next gen. On current gen, oh man, it's not even close. D-Rob's just God on current gen. But on next gen, I still think I'm taking D-Rob over Marc Gasol the more I think about it. But Marc Gasol, there was a stage where he was looking like that dude. Defensively, he's exceptional. Offensively, he's really good. Like, I don't even mind set shot 18 that much. His post game is good. Everything's good. He's that little bit slow. But, man, Marc Gasol is in the top 6 or 7 centers in the game. No question about it. Then at number 19. At number 19, we have gone 75th anniversary Diamond James Harden. So, he's got like limitless spot up on silver. Basically, the difference between this James Harden and the Amethyst James Harden is all the silver badges got upgraded to gold, whereas you can't upgrade anything on his Amethyst. So all the silvers got upgraded to gold, and that's pretty. And then you got a couple of hops. That's it. Not even kidding. That's it. And that, like, silver badges being upgraded to gold and a couple of stats being upgraded is enough to boost him like 30 positions. That's how good this card is. Then this is a card that he could be higher. I'm putting Paul George in number 18. He's got like 93 lateral, 95 driving, 92 steal. He's got like limitless spot up. He's got clamps. He's got chase down artist. He's 6'9", even though for some, like, he grew an inch. He has grown an inch since the other cards have been out. Paul George dribble style, which is just fundamental. Like, PG's good. PG's really, really good. I think it's a really close one in my opinion. Like, PG, Melo, and Batum, I think is a close one. I think those three guys are really, really close. I'm going to go Paul George at 18. I'm going to go Batum at 17. I just like base. I prefer base 40 to PG base. Like, that's simply put, that's the main reason. But these, like, Batum has no flaws in terms of stats. So, like, if you look at Paul George versus Nick Batum. Like, stats-wise, Batum's plus 35, but again, 33 of that are in block, which is a stat that matters. But 32 of that are also in post hook, which doesn't really matter. PG's a better dunker. PG's faster. Defensively, pretty even. Like, pretty even. Like, because of the block. But rebounding-wise, Batum's so much better. And I do think that is kind of important. Badges-wise, I think it's a close one. It's like, Paul George has got more shooting badges. Batum's got that half dimer, half needle threader, and half bullet, which are all huge badges. Defensively, they're quite even badge-wise. So, really with these guys, Paul George is an inch taller, but he's an inch less wingspan. It all comes down to, do you prefer Paul George or Jim? That's it. They play similar roles. They do different things well, but it's a complete preference matchup, and I slightly prefer Batum. 16. Steve Francis. Stevie Francis. 86 3 ball, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 88 lateral. I just forgot Ja Morant. I don't even know where I put Ja. Probably somewhere around like the 25 mark. 25-30-ish mark. But go quick for a step. He's got like limitless. He got no limitless spot up, but his release is insane at 116. He's got shifty dribble style. He's got the Steve Francis signature combo. He can do that weird spam behind the back thing, which you can burst out of really, really easily, which kind of looks like the Curry slide spam from last year. He's got like posterizer. He's my main offensive player. Scottie Pippen behind the back. He's just bad on defense. His interior is actually not that bad, but he is just quite weak on defense. So that is where Francis is going. At number 15, we're going to go Pink Diamond McHale. Pink Diamond Kevin McHale, like 82 speed, 82 acceleration, 85 3 ball. He does everything except steal the ball. His stats are very similar to like a D-Rob. He's short at 6'10", but his wingspan is 7'11". I don't mind set shot 3. So many people hate set shot 3. I don't mind it. The upper, I don't mind either. So if you hate set shot 3, you're probably gonna struggle with this card. But I think he probably belongs like the 4th or 5th best center in the game. I think 15 is fine for him. At number 14, we've got specifically Mystic Giannis Antetokounmpo. You can't really add to, like, you can give catch and shoot. Like, to make him really usable, you have to like give him shoes, specific coaches and stuff. 89 speed, 89. He's still probably the best defender in the game. His 3-point shot, 69, leaves a bit to be desired. And there are certain badges that you really would like to give to him. Like, you've got to max out a shooting badge, but you can't really get that many of them. Defensively, he's exceptional. He's really, really good. Don't get me wrong, he's really good. But I think Giannis, this specific version of Giannis, I think 14 is fair. At 13, we've got Carmelo Anthony. We got Carmelo Anthony, Pink Diamond right here. 93 3 ball, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 83 lateral. He's got basically all the shooting badges. His release is so chicken. Doesn't matter what gen you're on, it's chicken. But the only difference is that he can't reshoot from the corners on current gen. But I like him on both gens. He shoots from deep really well. Melo doesn't really miss ever. So Carmelo Anthony going in here at number 13. He's still in my squad to this day. At number 12, we've got Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem, 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 83 3 ball. Kind of slow, but not terrible release in base 18. Very greenable. He's got like a hook specialist, which again, even I don't shoot post hooks this year. He's got post spin technician, drop stepper. He's got 92 block, 80 steal. Really solid post moves. Good defensive badges. Got like clamps. Defensive leader, hustler, interceptor, menace, pogo, post move lockdown, rebound chaser. So like he's really good. Don't get me wrong, he's really good. Not worth the lock in, but he is really good. He's in here at number 12. At number 11, we've got Kurolenko. I mean, he just locks down the other team's best player and he hits wide open jump shots and he'll dunk when he's open. He is an insane 3-and-D guy. He's got all pretty much except for half interceptor, like some of the best, well, he has some of the best half defensive badges, all of them on gold. Can hit from the corners, can hit from the wings, base 29, AK, brilliant player. At number 10, we've got Kevin Garnett. So Kevin Garnett, a lot of people really, really like Kevin Garnett. His release is slow. Defensively, he's brilliant. He is brilliant defensively. Like, he's got all these key defense badges. He's got half interceptor. The 69 steal means he doesn't get that many steals on next gen, but on current gen, he gets a ton of them. I've used this guy on both gens. I hated him on next gen. I really did. On current gen, he was insane. And it all really depends on what way you play this game. If you need your centers to bait every single lane, if you need your centers to swing, to rotate, this might be the best center in the game. Outside of maybe Giannis. Or if you play like that, you're probably running Giannis as a power forward. But if that is not your playstyle, Kevin Garnett's release isn't great. There's just something about him on offense that in the slow down half-court offense, he doesn't do much. So that's why he's 10. At number 9, this is a guy that I initially had lower than Steve Francis, but there are so many situations where I've been playing and I'm like, oh, I wish I had Penny Hardaway. Because what Penny Hardaway does is basically, he doesn't necessarily allow you to play switch everything offense because he still will get destroyed by bigs. But he mean, like, if you have him on the floor, you don't fear the switch. So no, you can't be targeted when you have Penny on the floor. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have clamps. He gets gold interceptor. You put him off ball, he can't it's hard to target him. Clamps doesn't mean what it used to in previous years. As well as that, he's got really high interior, which again matters more this year than it ever has before. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 83 3 ball. He's got quick dribble style. He's the Penny Hardaway left right. Not the greatest shooter, but he can hit when he's wide open. He can get some shooting badges as well. I'm telling you, Penny Hardaway, arguably the best point guard in the game. I have him at number 2, but you could argue him at number 1 because we got Gary Payton at number 2. So Gary Payton is in here at Gary Payton is in here at number 8, not number 2. Payton's just that little bit better on defense, that little bit better shooter. Dribble-wise, I personally prefer Penny Hardaway, but if you're asking me who I would be able to like create a jump shot with more, it would be Payton. Payton still got a decent dunk. And Payton's a better on-ball defender. Penny sometimes is better for the team in terms of team defense. It's a really, really close one. I'm going with Payton in a slight edge. In a slight edge over Penny Hardaway. But it's a close one. Then at number 7, we've got Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady, the second best 2-guard in the game. Half sniper, dead-eye, volume shooter. He's got catch and shoot on silver. He's got blinders on Hall of Fame. So catch, shoot on gold, blinders on Hall of Fame. Got circus threes. He's got no real defense badge, but you can put them all on him. His defense stats are pretty good. But the thing is, Tracy McGrady, 6'8" with 7'2" wingspan, plays the 2. That's huge. He's got slasher dribble style, which isn't great, but Trey Burke lower, Kobe upper. He's not going to miss that much. He's a brilliant shooter. Tracy McGrady is just an all-around brilliant player. His length is crazy good, but I think his price is ridiculous. And I think he is not even close to the number 1 2-guard in the game. I genuinely think he's not even close. At number 6, Dolph Schayes. Dolph Schayes, power forward. He's got, especially the masked one, with his 88 on-ball steal tendency, 88 3-point, 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 89 lateral quickness, good steal, good block, 85 driving dunk, good post game. He does everything well. And then he's also got base 38 on quick, which is, again, with that upper 70, which is a really nice upper. He is one of the easiest releases in the game. There's a reason why you saw this guy on pretty much every single qualifier squads. Dolph is that dude. Dolph is so good. And number 5, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is 6'9". He has the quick / shifty burst. Wait, are all Kevin Durant cards 6'9" this year? No, he's 6'10", the other ones. But he's 6'9". He's got he's a shifty dribble stock. Kevin Durant release, which this is the best Kevin Durant's release has been at launch in years. Half sniper. He can get defensive badges. Like, you can give him interceptor and stuff. He's got the length. He plays defense. He can steal the ball. He shoots. He's tall. Kevin Durant is brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. And number 4, George Mikan. 86 speed, 86 acceleration. His lateral's not the greatest, but he's at 95 driving, 93 posting, 93 post fadeaway. Can get every single badge in the game if needed. You can add 5 badges to him. 83 ball, which feels like 90 because of how good his release is. Fundamental dribble style. You give him quick first step with that ball handle and that dribble style. He can literally burst by people at center. And someone who does like to dribble quite a bit with my center, he's brilliant. He is Dolph, except he's bigger. Like, Dolph is definitely better to be around better at power forward than Mike, and Mike is definitely better to be around a center. But George Mikan, he does everything. And like, he's at that 86 speed. Like, dude's faster than Dwight Howard. He's faster than Dwight Howard, lads. And he's a sniper who can rebound and play defense. I'm telling you, this guy, the number 1A, 1B center. And for me, the number one. For me, he's number one. Like, again, I have him and Kevin Garnett. I started Mikan, and I had more success with Mikan. Number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 75th anniversary. So there are, like, this is the one time I'm putting 2 Giannis's on the list. You give him corner specialist, catch and shoot, sniper, like all the shooting badges that he can't get on his other one. I think that makes a big enough difference. Like, this Giannis can shoot, can kind of shoot. Like, so many people hit shots with this Giannis. I've seen so many people struggle with this Giannis, the Mystic one, but then I've very rarely seen anyone struggle with this Giannis. It's the extra couple of badges that you can put on and makes all the difference. Like, I'm not normally one to say to go all in on badges, but I mean, in this case, I am. Like, he's the best defender in the game, one of the best shooters in the game, dunks the ball really well, and of course, as always, he's Giannis. He doesn't get the Giannis behind the back, which is a little bit annoying, but he's Giannis. He gets the Giannis dunk animations, he gets Giannis layup animations. He's Giannis. At the end of the day, Giannis is always going to be Giannis. So he's in here at number 3. At number 2, David Robinson. The 75th version specifically. This version, with the right badges, is better than Mikan. This version is not better than Mikan, in my opinion. But he's 7'1", huge player build, pretty much perfect stats. 61 steals is his only problem. That's his only problem. He does come with gold interceptor. You give him like quick first step, a couple of shooting badges. He's never going to miss because his D-Rob release is D-Rob release. It's incredible. And yeah, he's in here at number 2. And number 1, lads, I'm sticking by this. Klay Thompson. Klay has everything. Klay has got the quick, he's got shifty. He's got a behind the back. He's got a Klay release down quick, which is so difficult to stop. He can fade if you're on next gen. He can dunk if needed. He gets safe dunks, lads. He gets safe dunks so he doesn't get blocked going to the basket. He's got the speed. He's got lateral. He's got steal. He's got the defensive badge. He's got half clamps. Klay has everything. Like, Klay is the best point guard in the game. And you might say, oh, what do you mean? It says shooting guard. No. You run Klay as your primary ball handler with Penny Hardaway. You run Klay with a Gary Payton. Like, forget about running Steve Francis as your primary ball handler. The best primary ball handler in the game is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, in my opinion, maybe you can argue in certain situations that T-Mac is better than Klay. There is no player that is, in my opinion, as much of a gap between him and the third best. There is no, like, you can have excuse, like, if you want your centers to dribble the ball, you could make an excuse to run with Mikan and Kevin Garnett. Like, there are certain excuses you can make to run other guys at other positions for everybody. You can make, I actually think for every single player, except for Klay Thompson, you can argue that there's 2 guys for your play style that might be better. I don't think there's a play style where you can argue Klay Thompson is not a top 2 guard. Like, he's in my opinion, he's number 1. He was in, I think, every single squad in 250. He was in more squads than D-Rob anyway. He was in more squads than D-Rob despite being post-market crash, I'm pretty sure the same price, if not cheaper than D-Rob. He was in more squads than everybody. Everybody had Klay. Everyone had Klay. And because of the way he is in game, this card's going to be usable in March, April. Will he be great by then? No. Will there be better players by then? Obviously. But he'll still be usable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. An hour and 20 minutes. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.